All right, good morning, everybody. This is Kel once again. Today is the 17th of February, 2021, Wednesday. All right, thank you guys for turning on board right now. I'm going to go right now to our PowerPoint presentation to start this morning sharing. Okay. All right, morning to all of you. Good morning. Okay, just give me a moment. Here we go. Okay, basically I have tried to go around to see whether can I remove move the thumbnail, the video at the top right corner, right, to elsewhere. Apparently this is not possible for Zoom to Facebook, all right? Zoom I can move, but for Zoom to Facebook, right, this problem have to be there. So I hopefully in the next, when they're trying to, now they're doing a new configuration, hopefully the next upgrade, right, you can allow us to move the thumbnail around, because now it's not very possible unless I use another type of streaming portal. But if I use another one, then I scared again, it could cause confusion once again. So too bad, guys. I try my best to shift my chart to the left side, but if you cannot, you just take note of the numbers that I will narrate to you. Okay, so I really apologize on that. Okay, now 17 February 2021. Oops, missing out one. Sorry. Okay, order. Missing out one number there. Okay, let's correct it live right now. There we go. 2021 Wednesday. Okay, warn you about the 10-year yields. Right, I've been saying this 10-year yields like a broken recorder, and apparently it's all right. Some people just couldn't understand what am I trying to say, so I'm gonna make it very blatant, like to a 5-year-old kid. All right, explain this to all of you. Now I'm not saying you're 5-year-old, but it's a very a simple, what they call a colloquial quote to say that, right? Explain to me things as simple as a 5-year-old can understand, so it'll make it easier for all of us. Okay, so sometimes it's all right. I also ask some of my friends, say, I don't understand this, make it as simple as possible, like to a 5-year-old kid. I don't mind, just tell me in simple English, all right, to explain what's going on. And apparently it's all right. I will share this to you today. Now today, this session will be a bit longer because I'm going to go a little bit to talk about something else that I'll show to you right in a few more moments. Okay. Right, disclaimer as usual, as always, I do understand this. Whatever I share today is all you need to do your due diligence. Now, 2 days ago, someone was asking me, Cal, do you think that gold will come down? And honestly, my first reaction was, I tell this person, I say, look, I don't know gold will go up or go down, but I know that if the rules call for sell, I will prefer to sell. So this is my statement. I will not forecast to you exactly what will happen, because it's ridiculous. If I can forecast the market as well, I should be the richest man on earth overnight. Okay, I can't, but I can tell you in terms of probability, and probability tells me that, right, if gold to come down, chances is, right, the downside will be better, will be more than the upside. Yeah. Okay, so that is what I want to share with you. So disclaimer as usual, please accept this disclaimer, and do understand this, right? You are not I am not liable for any losses that you incur in trading. Okay, please do your due diligence. Now, today caption is out, right? Let me explain to you how it goes. How to read this caption. All right. So basically, right, why don't you explain to me like a 5-year-old kid? That's what I'm trying to say on this picture. All right. So basically, meaning, all right, when inflation comes in, what does it really mean to many of us? It's like telling this: your mom will have to pay more for your candy, Explain to him like a 5-year-old boy or girl, okay? So Steve, as always, very sweety and sarcastic in a way. He replied in this manner. I think it's very, very straight to the point about this itself. So the problem is this guy is a very good quote. I bring it out to explain this to you. Either inflation is coming or Fed is tightening. Now, of course, when the 10-year yields goes up, it's all right. That straightly tell you that the inflationary problem is going to come in. So to combat inflation is either you accept inflation or Federal tighten, whatever they are doing right now, because Federal Reserve is the one that created this inflation with all the easy money is available. And when people make money so easily, people spend, right? That's good. It theoretically is supposed to stimulate the economy. But the problem is only the minute community, which is the trading community, the rich people are getting richer, not the general public. Because it's not like everybody trades stocks, you understand? And companies or the rich people, when they make those money, they know that this money is right, they better keep, because if the bad time comes, they get hit. So the money, although Federal Reserve opened the tap to let the money comes into the system, but the droplets that come finally to the people is really, really limited. So now the problem is this: if Federal start to tighten, then of course the stock market will come down, because that's what the return, I've been telling you, that's how the stock market is going up. But the problem we all know is that Federal is not going to tighten, right? We all know that they say already, they're not going to taper. So I like this quote here: arsonist claims there's no fire. You know, the PowerPoint did a very big joke here itself. So this Farrell Bullard, he says that, right, they don't see any asset bubble, he don't see any doubts on the policy be tightened. So he's just saying that, no, everything is good, don't worry, all right? So since we know that Federal Reserve is not going to tighten, right, then of course they will allow the inflation to come in. Now, if inflation comes in, what will happen? That is whereby it's a time factor. Okay, I'll talk about this later on another slide. So to me, it's all right. Okay, how many of you, when you see this particular picture, it's all right, you know what is the caption for this picture? What does this picture actually says? All right, you tell me, and I will see whether you're right or wrong. Please key your answer into the Zoom group chat, or sorry, the Facebook group chat. All right, I drink some water. I'm going to try today. Borrow arrow. Yes, indeed. This is the caption, right? Only Colin know about this borrow arrow part. Anybody else know what's this? Wow, Dennis. 草船借箭. Wow, very good. Very good, very good. Wow. 借箭, all the same. All right, 借箭. All right, is one of the right one. Okay, well done. Okay, so later on, I will talk about this later. And this will help you in your trading strategies for the time to come. Just now, I just have a moment ago, Gerald, play chess while waiting for arrows. Oh my God, you're always a joker. A scene from a movie. What movie? This is a picture. Okay, anyway, that's not, I just have moments ago, just about less than 10 seconds ago, I just saw this M trader. What she just texted me is that, right, she is, let me just see what she says. She says that, you know, after this trade or this round, I think gold or market, I think she want to retire already. Really, I think he has made quite a bit of money, lah. All right, so that is why I want you guys to actually listen to me today and really try to learn how to borrow the arrows from someone, and then after that use it for yourself to win this battle. Okay, this is what I really want. All right, indeed, Richard have come out as a Chinese idiom, correct? Borrowing arrows from the thatch boats itself and 草船借箭. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this later. Okay. So what do we see right now? You can see that I warned you and repeatedly warned you that I told you guys that the 10 years yield has went up higher. Can you see that? That is very, very clear. I have mentioned to you that it is very important to watch this indicator, and now from 1.13 to 1.20, and suddenly yesterday one jump to 1.31. This is a very big jump, and what does it tell you now? There's a number that you have to watch is 1.5. But of course, you do not need to wait until 1.5 then do reaction, because the market will react before you. Okay, so if the market is reacting accordingly, it's all right. You should be also reacting, and not wait for a specific number, then you react by the time it's all too late. All right, and of course, because of that movement itself, right, dollar was actually coming off. All right, so when dollar was coming off, gold was supposed to be trading higher, but apparently it's all right, gold did not go higher. As a matter of fact, right, gold went lower. And of course, when the dollar started to increase its strength, all right, in the last few hours, gold just came down crashing. All right, so that's my point about why I can foresee to tell you that why gold is coming down. And I'm mentioning this, of course. Technically, it's all right. A lot of people say that it's a buy, but I know that the fundamental doesn't support. So if you think that, right, my sharing actually was okay, decent enough, right, please key the word, gold, G-O-L-D, into the group chat, so that at least you know, right, I've been telling you and been warning you about this, and I've been telling you that gold will likely be coming down below 1800, and apparently it's happening. If you Remember, I say all these things in the last few days or weeks. All right, could you mind putting the word GOLD into the group chat? Okay. All right, so I'll wait for you to key all the great stuff. Okay, thank you guys. Now the thing is this, by keying all this, not only it helped me to, because it's very, very boring to talk to myself. There's no audience. Although you guys are corresponding with me, but seriously, it's all right. I would like to have more interaction. So the good part and the bad part of this, all right, the good part and bad part of all this is all right, is the we get it done. You can get to see the instant replay, but the bad part is that you will have to, I can't interact with you like spontaneously. So you can see the 10 years yield actually went up to the high level for the year itself. You can see that. So basically, right, you do understand this. I did say in one of the MAOs, I say that very clearly, okay, that the bonds are at all-time high level and the yields at all-time low level. So there'll be a point whereby the bond price will come down, the yields will go up. And what we are seeing now is really happening. And wow, you can see that the yield now is going up. And do note, why are we so concerned by this? Is because of the 10 years benchmark is actually going to influence the mortgages and loans. So now you understand this. All the people now is having money now is because they borrowed money, they put mortgages upfront, they've been lending a lot of money to buy a lot of stuff. So if the yields start to go up, that means the cost is going to increase. And if cost is going to increase, then obviously so the prepayment will be an issue. Now, if everybody now, basically the economy is not recovering because of the pandemic, and plus, okay, everybody is trying to put their money in the stock market and it failed, that will become a very big repercussion effect. You understand my point now? So the market is viewing the 1.5 mark. The 1.5 is a very big alarming signal that if there basically that's happening, that'll be a problem. And of course, it is a bit of a reactional move. If the people think that right, the market is due to a correctional move, they will move away from the bonds market. They will take themselves out, and that will push the yield even faster. And this is why Treasury yields now, right, is going higher because now everybody's watching what Joe Biden is going to propose, his 1.9 trillion package. Now we're still waiting for that. And the market is still looking for this. If anything, the number is lower than this number, or basically it doesn't even go through, this is going to cause a lot of panic in the market. So, but of course, not everybody take it as a bad way. Some people like this guy, he's saying that the market current prices now shows no evidence of a bubble, although the stocks are highly valued. Okay, this is the typical way some people, some of the authorities will come and tell you, say, okay, don't worry, things are good. Now, he said this, let's be clear. Wall Street thinks that the US economy might grow faster than China this year. I mean, my point, why am I talking about China then? With a roaring US economy fueled by fiscal stimulus and monetary policy. So basically telling you that, right, nothing to worry, all is good. And he's not even concerned about Bitcoin going higher to 50,000. And it doesn't really to impact Fed policy. So, hey, a bit different, right, from what he's saying versus what Yellen is saying. But again, this is a federal chief versus one of the Federal Reserve officials versus the Treasury Secretary. So again, this is a lot of wayang shows ongoing. End of the day is that it depends who you trust. So whether or not is there anything to worry, it's up to individual to reconsider your point. But if the market tell you not to worry, then you just have to watch it out because it's very simple, right? If they really really do what they say, then of course we need not worry. But of course now Bitcoin has just touched $50,000. Now, yesterday's Bitcoin surpasses the 50,000 mark for the first time as major companies jump into the cryptocurrency, jump to this Bitcoin, basically. Now, the thing is this, yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine. I told them that this is very scary because everybody now is looking at to buy Bitcoin. Now, I'm not going against Bitcoin, all right? But seriously now, the ROI now doesn't really make sense. So now you ask anybody, what's the ROI now? What's the target now? People tell you 65,000, 66,000, 100,000. So I'm talking about, let's say 100,000. Okay. So now it's 50,000, you target 100,000. So basically means, right, that means that it's only one-time return. So you're risking $50,000 to get one-time return. Now, of course, it's a good return for 1 year or less than a year, but that is if really happens. So to me, it's all right. It has lost the... To me, it's all right. If anybody jumping in right now, I felt that, right, it's a little bit high side and the ROI doesn't look attractive enough. you see, when people buy $1 Bitcoin or $10 Bitcoin and now it's 50,000, wow, that's a lot of money. It's huge multiplier effects. But now at one time, I don't know. I feel that you can make more money doing other things. This is my personal opinion. And for Bitcoin itself, the leverage is 1 to 20 to 1 to 25 only. So let's say you do a full leverage, you really go for the broke. All right. I mean, of course, you can make a lot of money, but that is if, let's say, you can sustain the big volatility in this Bitcoin itself. So apparently, there's this company called MicroStrategy, because last year they bought Bitcoin and now the share price climbed sevenfold. Okay, climbed sevenfold. And the craziest thing is this: they're going to offer a 600 million in convertible bonds to buy more Bitcoin. Wow! So it's like everybody now find that, hey, what Tesla did is up, what Elon Musk did is really good idea, and everybody's trying to do that. So it's like, what is happening right now? I say that this is how you do it. But of course, on the flip side itself, some economists like Rubini, he say that, right, this Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has no intrinsic value. Hence, therefore, right, it's dangerous to have it. So again, it's between how you see it yourself. To me, I don't really bother. We just buy and sell based on rules. But if you're talking about long-term positioning itself, right, you have both sides of the coin as usual. So you make your own decision, okay? Now, the thing is, this is very unrelated to financial market. I just want to rub it in, that's all. Okay. Apparently, it's right on CNBC. Biden gets a 62% approval in CNBC economic survey, topping the first rating of the last 4 president. Wow. So are you telling me that now Joe Biden just came in less than 100 days? His rating is so much higher than Trump, Barack Obama, George Bush, and Bill Clinton. Wow. Serious? I mean, okay lah. I give it to him lah. He has been doing his thing. He has been pumping up a lot of, getting a lot of doses of this COVID-19 vaccine and been pushing on vaccination. He's putting on masks. He's being responsible. I think that he's doing a good job. Okay, seriously, a good job. But to me itself, right, when he gave the president message right yesterday, I mean that only 111,000 people view it. I mean, of course it's CNBC, but this is White House, the website. And then now it's all right. The White House number of subscribers itself is still very, very low number. This is supposed to be the official YouTube channel for them, but it's so low number. So, I just really, I feel a bit of injustice for Donald Trump now. Although he's been an idiot last time, but still for this race alone, I feel that he really, got hit for the wrong way. But still, nonetheless, it's all right. Everybody now is really watching this Joe Biden for his work with the COVID-19. So he really must do all his best for this one. If any time the COVID-19 matters go bad or go south or go sour, then definitely it's all right. Someone must be on the chopping board. That's how I see this, okay? All right, so let's just revisit what happened yesterday in the US market. S&P 500 closed slightly lower as investors grow concerned about the surging bond yield. See, now they tell you that they're concerned, but I've been telling you since last week and been warning you. So most people who took the hint yesterday, they booked the profit in the morning and they got themselves out of the market. Congratulations to all of you guys. So from this guy, okay, he's saying that the national security chief market strategist, the market can digest rising yield, especially when they're going up the right reason, but not when they go up in a linear fashion. So what I'm trying to say is this: going up is normal because when the market is growing, or recovering, usually yields are go up. But let's say if you go linear, that means keep on going up this way, then you need to be very, very careful. All right. So of course, some people start to worry and say that, right, the rebound in the risk could hinder the economic recovery. Okay. Some people say that, right, will it dilute the physical stimulus that could spark a rise in prices after a decade of dominant inflation? All right, dominant inflation. So again, itself, right, this is where people get concerned for. So you look carefully since since last year, September, right, it was still hovering between 0.6 to 0.7 for a period of time. Then slowly you can see it started to move up. Now, of course, when it was moving up itself, right, the dollar also followed through. So it was a pretty good deal and the stock market went up. So, okay lah, I mean, everything going up together, people don't really pay attention to details. But when it started to go in a very fast position and a fast pace, right, people want to watch because you look at it, it was just 0.9 in early January. By now, so-called mid-February, it went up by almost 30% from where it was earlier. So this tells you that the market is getting a bit jittery, and that's the reason why when I tell you the S&P 500 at 44 PE ratio itself, right, is ridiculous. Now, I've been trading for so many years, I had not seen S&P 500 PE ratio as 44. This is really ridiculous in my opinion. So that's why I'm telling traders is just go slow. If you can long, just long, but just go smaller in quantity, and also expectation reduce a little bit. So last night, Dow Jones itself, you can see that it tried to go up to all-time high. It did, and then after it pulls back down, it found strength in the midday, recovered a little bit towards the last 1 hour. There was some profit taking, but not a lot. So end of the day, the Dow Jones still stay up 64 points. So that's why S&P may be down, but Dow Jones went up. So you can see there's a difference between them. And now, of course, people are still looking at the stimulus package to come in. A lot of banking and hope that the stimulus will come in. And of course, now, although there's some bears coming into the picture, but the market doesn't really bother by this. End of the day is that they're looking at what stock to buy. And still, I can see that a lot of these day traders are enjoying themselves, but they do start to comment that, right, earning money is not as easy as 2-3 weeks ago. So that's a point here, and this is usually the turning point. Whenever the market realizes that, hey, making money is not as easy as last time, right, while more people participating, right, this is where the concerning factor is. All right, so that's the reason why I say that traders, you just have to be caution to the wind, okay? So let's revisit what happened yesterday. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday. So yesterday, the Dow Jones opened between the pivot 1 and pivot 2. So ideally, you know, right, with the KSI green in color, the market will be more biased towards the buy side. So as long as the market stays above OP, all right, the market should be going up. And indeed, the market, the pivot 1 was 31,724. The high itself was 31,719. So it means by 5 points, but it was good enough. And I mentioned that if the market do go below OP, then you'll come down. But I mentioned that because the KSI is green in color, shall we go to KTR -1 to KTR -3 anytime here itself? If the market do a CCRY there, you should buy back your shorts. And if you're going to go long, you can consider going long. So that was what I say, and I'll always repeat myself over and over again. So you look at it, what happened beautifully. Okay, so you can see over here that initially the Dow goes up. So based on rule, CCRY trigger OP is a buy. Fair enough, you went to buy. But of course, the market just came off the high by a little bit. But if you do the X theory, right, if this is your entry, this is your stop loss, right? Actually, the market did actually go 1x. Okay, so this is 1x, right? Entry to stop loss is 1x. The market actually went up 1x. So you don't need to really go for 1 KTR to book your profit. If it's 1x already, you can consider taking partial profit. So that is the way we're supposed to do. Okay, Brian. Okay, thank you, Brian, for sharing that particular scene. Okay, but that one was a cartoon. That's a cartoon. The scene itself, yeah, from the Chinese movie, I think. Later I'll talk about this, okay? So when the market breaks below OP, right, that is whereby things get a bit different. When the market broke below OP, you can see that, right? We mentioned that if that's the case, it will be coming down to KTR -1. And indeed, once it reached KTR -1, you see almost instantly the market, the Dow rebounded. So that is my point, guys. Our system is really incredible. We can tell you what to do in the morning, and if the market really happened, just trade according to the rules and take TP according to the rules. And obviously, you can see beautifully, if you don't take profit at KTR -1 at that moment, you will see that all your profits are almost wiped out. Of course, later on, the Dow came down again, but that is later part already. So imagine when you don't take profit right here itself, right? A market rebound right in your face. I'm going to tell you, you're going to be very upset, right? Indeed. So that is the reason why you need to follow whatever you plan ahead, okay? And that is going to be very important for today's topic about planning ahead. All right, sorry, a bit of itchiness in my nose today. Sorry. Okay, all right. So why do I want to bring this up? So that before we don't continue, let's watch a quick short video. I like this. Yeah, let me just bring it to you now. Okay, so basically, so this is actually a clip from recently the Chinese New Year celebration. Okay, so let's watch this. Okay, I don't need to on the music. I on the music. Okay, I'll on for you. Don't know if I can hear it. Let me just try whether I can change this first. Hold on. Okay, I think it should be ready. Oh, still no music coming up. Okay, so basically what they're trying to do is just explain to you that this is the husband, this is the wife. They're supposed to burst the bubble with the head, and the husband really go for it. I think that there is, after this whole thing finished up, I tell you that why will you kill him? I tell you that. To look at the way he so ferociously did it. Oh my God, you see that? Okay, I mean, basically this is a clip from the Chinese celebration, okay, just for fun of it. So what Steve was trying to say is that bubbles don't pop easily. It's just a joke. Try to rub it in. All right, so for us as well, right, you see what Steve is saying, okay, is that Federal Reserve sees no bubble and believe that the federal policy doesn't add inequality or add to asset price valuation, nor does it see any inflation. I move that the entire Fed board get fired immediately for having demonstrated a shockingly absent grip on reality. Now, of course, if you remember this, Jim Rogers, right, the legendary investor, have been saying this. They should sack the entire federal board. All right, I've been saying this for years. Obviously, it will never happen. But my point is this: how can you say that there is no bubble? How can you say that there is nothing to be worried about? So, in case you may say that, guys, they are the richest guy on the, and they are the best people on earth, so you will trust what they say. So let's just bring back to Ben Bernanke. Okay, back in Ben Bernanke, I managed to remember this. I'm going to bring you. This is my own personal take here. Ben Bernanke in 2008, January the 10th. So Ben Bernanke, when he said this thing, Federal Reserve is not currently forecasting a recession. That's 10 January 2008. And he just saying that, right, there's no inflation, nothing to be worried about. The property prices is high, but it's okay. He said all this thing and the stock market went even higher. Like you see, the Dow Jones jumped 117 points to 12,800 over there. So remember this, after that, the Dow went a high of 14,200 before the peak, and then it basically came down all the way, crashed down to 6,000 points. So again, my point is this: either that someone is not really looking at the market, or someone doesn't know what's going on, or doesn't really bother. So what I'm trying to say is this: when I see the Federal Reserve, the Fed chiefs are saying that there's no bubble, and Jerome Powell says there's no bubble, I'm going to leave it down there. I'm not going to say so much, because I always believe this: history has a great way to repeat itself. It may not be exact, but it often rhymes. So that's why I always tell people this: look at what you're seeing right now. Look at it, my friends. This is the Bloomberg Commodities Index return. Look at the way the linear chart. This is because of pure monetary policy. Because you put in so much money in the system, obviously it's all right, you're going to cause inflation. It's really very simple. You got my point. Inflation is because when you have so much money in the system, right, everybody got the money, now they spend. Now it does stimulate the economy, but the point is this: it also creates the price to go higher. And with the pandemic ongoing right now, right, people are still, not able to go at full force, right? The price will go even higher. And since I got the money, right, I don't mind paying more. And that's causes inflation coming in. And of course, now look at soybean prices. Look at soybean prices. This is soybean, correct? Soybean prices was basically holding probably about 900. And in just a few months' time, right, you look at it, soybean prices shoot up by almost 50%. Almost 50%, okay? In a short-term period like this. This is why I'm telling you guys is that why I tell you one time meal will be $5 very soon. People joke about it and they laugh over it. I said that never mind, it's okay, because this repercussion effect will come in. It will come in very soon. If you not realize this, I think yesterday some of you have commented, right? Some of the prices have permanently stayed there. Now during Chinese New Year, it's very normal for hawkers to increase prices. This is the only one time they do it and no one complain, because it's Chinese New Year. But you realize that now Chinese New Year has over, right? The price is still the same. The price still the same. That means that they're not going to bring it down. You're going to stay there. And you can complain all you want, but you're still going to eat, right? So at the end of the day, is this how price goes up? So like it or not, it's all right. I'll gently remind you this chart here. I know that, people is still telling me, Cal, you are just too bearish in the market. I'm not bearish. I'm a guy who look at patterns, and I'm informing you, TWB system creation is by patterns. So if we are looking at this now as a pattern, then do we consider this problem here? You see that when the 10-year and the 3 months and the 2 years are going upward in this manner, the stock market itself will generally peak, and then after that, the stock market come off. So the same thing happened again when this is going up itself, right? The market will consolidate, and then after that came off. So now the question is this: where are we now? We're not even near the consolidation yet, and yet we are at the same level right now. Okay. So if you look at it now, right, are we at the same point potential destruction. I'm not too sure. I'm just sharing you this chart to you, and you will make your own decision. All right. This chart came from Norman Trader, not meant for me, but I'm interpreting whatever he's interpreting to. So I believe that we just have to be very careful. All right. And since at every time it's all right, whenever the yields are going up, every time when the yields are going up, the Federal Reserve at that moment will say nothing, everything's okay. That is always the system, almost like SOP. All right, every time this happen, it always really follow through. So I'm not half surprised to see now Federal Reserve guys are coming saying, hey, don't worry about that, all is good. But when it's all is good, it's all right. Ask yourself this question: the last 2-3 weeks is all right. So many people so many insiders have sold their shares. So who did they sold to? Obviously, right? So you can know about this. And if you can recall something very important, right? I said this about 4 months ago when Jeff Bezos sell his shares. All right, in during November period, I can remember October or November period, I did tell you guys, normally when Jeff Bezos sell his share, about 3 months later, usually the market will finally do some correction. And now it's 3 months later. So again, my personal take is this: just be very careful along the way. Okay, all right. All right, so now why do I want to bring this thing called the 草船借箭, all right, to bring into this picture here itself. Now, the thing is this, and I can let you read this for a quick moment, but as you're reading this, it's very simple. You all know this guy, this legendary guy called Zhuge Liang, right? So apparently during the wartime itself, right? All right, Zhuge Liang, it was the military advisor for Su state. So apparently he was trying to plan a military strategy with Zhou Yu, one of the lead general of Wu state. Okay, so obviously it's all right. Zhou Yu was always very jealous of this Zhuge Liang skills. So now the thing is they're discussing what the best thing to do, and whether not to borrow than to get arrows. But the thing is this: how to get arrows? They need at least 100,000 arrows to win this battle. And Zhuge Liang actually just said, "No need, let me handle this." Okay. So Zhou asked him, "Can you do it in 10 days time?" Well, since the battle is so important, right? Let's do it in 3 days. So when they heard of this, it's said, "Hey, come on, man, don't joke about this. How can you joke when we are now at this sort of a point of big battle going on?" And apparently, right, Zhuge Liang just said that, "No worries, I can still do it in 3 days time. No worry, I can be done." So of course, so since you say that, right, and you say that if I say things go wrong, you get punished. It was Zhuge Liang say, if he don't get this done, he really be punished. Now to Zhou itself is fantastic time. He wanted to get rid of Zhuge Liang for a long time, but since now Zhuge Liang say he'll do it in 3 days time, and obviously humanly it's not possible. So he know that Zhou thought that sure he can get rid of Zhuge Liang once and for all. So apparently it's all right. After a while later, 3 days later, all right, Zhuge Liang basically get 20 small boats, all right, in straws. And then after that, right, assign 30 soldiers to each boat. And then after that, send the ships out. Okay, the boats out. Then to the midpoint before reaching the enemy is all right. Suddenly, they realize that, okay, there is the fog coming in. Okay, the fog came in that night. And after that, is what the Zhuge Liang did is that he informed the soldiers to line in a very horizontal fashion and start to beat the drums. And beat the drums for what? So that, right, it create basically a lot of soldiers is going to attack the enemy. So the enemy got panicked and then basically decided that they're not going to fight the enemy in the water because of the big fog, right? So they decided to use these arrows, okay, use arrows to fire. So what they did is that they fire as much as 50,000 arrows, okay, and one wave after wave and hitting, and all the air, and obviously the 30 soldiers was inside there. Is all right. What's their job? Is to scream and shout, "Oh ah, ooh ah!" They just shout and shout and shout. So to mimic that they got killed in the arrows because it's fog. You see, no one can see what's going on. So these soldiers were just basically, shouting their life out just to make the sound, and the enemy thought that it is really killing off the other side. Then after that, it's out, and when the boats had to tilt, because why? When 50,000 arrows landed on one side of the ship, or the boat, sorry, obviously you're going to tilt, right? So Zhuge Liang again use this formation through the drums, turn the boat, around, and again do the same thing, and another 50,000 over arrows come back in and balance the entire boat itself. It's really ingenious. Think about that. And of course, after it's done, it's out that they quickly retreat. And they really collected the 100,000 arrows. Okay, now why out of this story is all right. I know that some of us have seen this movie before and you like it. I love it very much. But what is it important to all of us? Okay, Because when his friend asked him, okay, all right, about how you know, how you get it done, how you do it, actually, how you know there's a fog coming in. So this is the key point for today's sharing, okay? Zhuge Liang answered, a general should know about astronomy, geography, divination, yin and yang principle, and battle formation, as well as scoop of the army, otherwise he's a good for nothing. I knew 3 days in advance that there will be a heavy fog today. That is why I dare to agree to a 3-day deadline. Now, what am I trying to explain here that is very critical for today is planning. You really need to plan your trading and you must know what to do, right? Planning, okay? Really, you need to plan. Really, you need to plan your strategy, okay? So the thing is this, what I want you guys to do is to take advantage of the market right now. So gold prices may be coming down right now. You should be looking to short the market, okay? And then make as much money from the short side. If later on gold is going to go up, right, you can use the money that you have right now to buy more gold at the bottom price and let it recover and buy on the way up. That is how M Trader makes her money, and that's how what you should be making money. Similarly for Dow Jones, now look at it this way, all right? I don't care whether the market will crash or not, but we know that, right, Federal Reserve will throw all the money in the market just to protect the market. So since that's the case itself, since we know that the market is going to be overvalued, we know that the inflation is creeping in, likely there'll be profit taking in the stock market. Why don't you just short the stock market right now, example, based on rules, and then when the price goes down, you collect the money, then at the bottom, you buy back again the positions that you like, and then look at it recover again, because that it should be the right way. So you basically borrow the arsenal, the arrows from the market, and then build yourself, make it stronger, and go for the attack again. So like that is all right. You don't need to bring out more money, no need to get out more cost, lesser capital, but you make money from the market and make it from there. So that's the reason why I say you need to have planning, and you really need to consider how to do this. Remember, end of the day itself, there is still a lot of people. All right, be doing all this thing itself. Okay, end of the day, you really need to plan to prepare yourself and do well in the market. All right, so if you understand what I try to explain to you through this thing here is all right, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that you appreciate today's sharing. All right, please give me a thumbs up. All right, thank you. All right, thank you guys for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. All right, so do try to make good money really from doing this itself. It is very critical. It's very important. You really need to do a lot of planning. All right, you just can't tell me, say, Cal, I just want to go in the market and make money. I think that is still very amateur. A professional trader will really do more than that. They'll really plan and plan and plan. Okay, so Hang Seng going to be up very soon. Let me go to Hang Seng right now. Thank you guys for all the wonderful love here. Okay, let's go to Hang Seng right now. Live. Okay, Hang Seng going to start very, very soon. I know you guys are very into Hang Seng. Okay, here we go. Okay, Hang Seng is going to start very soon right now. Okay, Hang Seng is going to start in 10 seconds time. All right, now what happened is that Hang Seng likely will gap down today. Let's see what we do for today's market. Okay, we're going right now live to this, see Hang Seng. Okay, Hang Seng gap down, not a lot. Hang Seng today gap down. Opening price is 30,504. So it's slightly below the pivot 2 level. So what does it mean? Basically simple, below OP, below pivot 2, sell. Below OP, below pivot 2, sell. That is what you should be looking to do for the Hang Seng. But do note the KSI is green in color. So that means that if the market comes to KTR -1, -2, or -3, the market may do a recovery over there. So traders, if you are selling the Hang Seng, make sure there's a CCYR first of all. And then after that, do look out for the market to actually come down to KTR -1 to -3 and then buy back your position. That should be the right way to do this. Okay. All right. So that is what you should be looking out for to do for today's trading on the Hang Seng. So Hang Seng right now, you can see on the 5-minute chart, you can see it gapped down already, and now it's trading lower. So if Hang Seng later on, right, comes down to KTR -1, likely there might be some potential buyback in the market. Okay, of course that could be going down lower lah, but at least for now you know that. Okay, cool. Now the Chinese market will still be closed. Apology yesterday, they are going to be opening in the later time because they have a longer holiday. All right, so only Hong Kong market is continuing to be open today, but the Chinese market will stay closed. All right, thank you guys. Okay, so that is the Hong Kong right now. So I'm gonna move back to what I need to share with you. Okay, so let's look at the financial market right now since I'm done with the sharing. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, so this is the, wait a minute. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones now. You can see over here, the purple line is supposed to be my BNB, all right, but that's a new BNB, right? So I need to move away. Wait, I need to change my BNB now. The purple line is the BNB, and this tells you that, right, there's two critical points now. The high of the BNB will be resistance, the low of the BNB will be the support. So that's now the Dow Jones has purposely touched the BNB lower side and rebounded. So that's why there's a support there. So it's very important to know this information. Today's MLP is somewhere around here at about 31,590, around there. I draw the scale. So if the Dow Jones cannot go past MLP, then there'll be some profit taking today. Now the MA30 is around here, MA30. So I can write number for you, my magical numbers. No, it's not magical number, it's just numbers from the MA. So today MA is at 31,097. Okay, I repeat myself. 31,097 is the MA30 level, all right, for the market. Okay, MA30. Okay, wait, I need to take this line. Not sure what's there. Okay. Okay, got it. So of course, you can see incredibly the two trend lines that I have for you. All right, the two long-term trend line and the blue really touches it. The market missed the purple line, but I think to me it's around there lah. So I'm going to give a very important warning today. All right, traders, if the market basically closes below 31,400 today, be careful on the sell side. I repeat myself once again. If the Dow Jones today closes below 31,400, traders be careful. The market might be coming off a little bit more. Right. So if the Dow Jones do come down to the MA30, what should I be doing? Well, look at her history. Almost every time when the Dow Jones hit the MA30, right, almost every time the market will rebound instantaneously. So why not stay focused? If any time if the markets hit 31,097 today or tomorrow, you know what? Once you hit the MA30, consider to buy back your short and even can consider to go long. But I want to warn you, if the market visibly clear that it will not stay above the MA30, then be careful. It may drop for a few more days. It may drop for a few more days. So traders, you need to watch the market. Okay, all clear? If all clear is all right, please key MA30 into the group chat. All right, I repeat myself once again, MA30 is not part of our system, but we use it as a form of guide. Since a lot of the world traders are using MAs for trading, and this MA30 now looks so beautiful, right? Then we just need to use it to our advantage, right? Borrowing the arrows, all right? We borrow the arrows. So if the market come down to the MA30, okay, we can consider to buy back some position there and make some money out of it by going after taking profit, then go long from there. You see, you can do that. All right, or not itself, right? You can borrow this arrow now by holding shorts. If you are shorted this morning, hold it all the way down to 31,097 or another price based on the MA. And then when you hit that point, buy back all your short position and then go long from there. Things like that, okay? Of course, not 100%. We go by day to day. That's why we do this daily MAO. But at least now I give you a plan which you can actually consider and make as much money from the market. Pretty cool, right? Josephine, oh my God, yes. You know, Josephine, you're so cute. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter whether you use EMA or MA or SMA, doesn't matter. Okay. Simple, exponential, doesn't matter. End of the day, if you make money, I'm happy for you. Okay. But of course, it's best to follow one MA, then it make your life easier and not a bit confused. Okay. So I will leave it to you. There's no right answer to this. As long as you guys make money, I'm happy for you. Okay. All right. So that is the Dow on the conventional chart. The longer time chart, right? This is my drawing. You can see over here. Allow me to just do this for you. So I combined two charts yesterday. What I did is this. I keep on telling you guys about this particular drawing here. Now, what I did was very, very simple. Okay, I just basically did this. You can try it on your own. Maybe you have a different numbers and end of the day, it doesn't matter. So what I realized is this. I basically took two common points. Then I realized that in between them itself, right, is about estimatedly about 170 days. Estimatedly, not everyone is 170, just estimatedly. All right, it's between 170 to 175 range around there. Then I realized that if I make it, I basically replicate this, right? Okay, back and front. I realized that very incredibly, right, this so-called 170 days usually can tell me where are the turning points of the market. Not really 100%, okay, but it is just pretty, okay, on average, pretty accurate. You realize that? Yes, indeed. So because of that itself, right, straight away I tell myself this, okay, since I probably saw this little pattern here itself, not too sure will it work later on. I tell myself this, take a look here. Okay, guys, can you hear me loud and clear once again? If yes, give me a thumbs up or just confirm that you can hear me. All right. I'll wait for your confirmation. I think it should be there. Now, apparently it's all right. There's some road works outside my house. Okay, and every time when I hear this, it just happens to just disconnect my line. Yeah, apparently for some reason like this. So maybe they are doing some, underground digging and it just hit some of the cables as usual. Because yesterday it happened the same thing. It happened again around the same time. So that's why yesterday got two videos on the YouTube. Yeah, big boys at the work. I don't know. Okay, maybe I shouldn't review this. Maybe I shouldn't review what I supposed to review today. Okay, I don't believe in this. Let me just bring back you guys live now to the charts. Okay, so let me see once I see myself online. Okay, so basically what I'm saying that, right, there is a potential of two movement here. So what I did is that I realized that incredibly the market now has tipped at this point here. So not too sure if it orchestrated to create a divergence or really that is a peak of the market. So there's two ways to look at it. One way is maybe the Dow is going to come down a little bit. Then after that continue to go up all the way to 32,000. Then it will come down. Okay, there's one way to look at it. The other way is that the Dow maybe and now basically hit a peak, come down to this point here, around come to this line and then go up. So I don't know which side where the market goes, but one way or another. All right. So sorry, I know that my video is blocking you guys, but that is the best. I'll try to have this screenshot and post it to you guys later. All right. Okay, through the video. Let me just see where I screenshot right now. Okay. Okay, I've done that. Let me just show you guys live what I meant. Hold on a minute. Okay, I do this. This will help you guys. This is the downside of this Zoom here. Okay, so I'm just showing you what y'all are missing out on the right corner of this. So basically tell you that, right, there's two potential direction the Dow can be going. It could be going continue upwards to hit the vertical line that is about during the 30th of April. It could be doing that. Or if not itself, right, the Dow could be coming down all the way until it hit 30th of April. Then after that, rebound. So I don't know which is which, but I got this inkling. I believe that, right, the second one should be more likely possible. All right. More likely possible. Okay, so traders, you just have to watch the market closely. Okay, all right. Yeah, so at least that shows you the what I draw on the right side. Okay, all right. So that is the Dow, and of course, the rest is still the same. The weekly chart is still the same, no difference, but it seems to be a reversal hammer now. So traders, you just have to watch the market closely, lah. Huh? Okay, let's look at Hang Seng first. Hang Seng. Okay, Hang Seng is still trading below opening price, but no color change, so you shouldn't be trading. So there's nothing much you can do for the Hang Seng. Okay, let's look at the Dow Jones for today. All right, now today's Dow Jones is all right. There's a few key information that you must take note. Okay, number one, okay, the simple first is that the opening price for today, Dow Jones opening price is between pivot 1 and pivot 2. With the KSI green in color, the market is going to favor the buy side. So if the Dow Jones stays above OP, then the Dow Jones should be able to recover back again to 31,765, the pivot 1. But if the Dow Jones stay below OP, which is what's happening right now, then the Dow might be coming down to test the pivot 2, and that's 31,417. Now, just now it did come down, missed the pivot 2 by 10 points and recovered because there is a important factor here. This is the guy. This is the BMB. Can you see that? This is the BMB in the day chart. So basically, the high and the low can be used for support and resistance. And that's the reason why the Dow Jones basically rebounded at that point. So as long as the market stays above the BMB low, the market should see buying at the bottom there. But if the market goes below the BMB low, then this is going to be crazy because you realize that there's a lot of KCB at the right corner, right? So of course, at the moment now you can't see clearly. So right click, indicator, object list, okay, you will get to see the three levels there, and that's 31,380. Now, why is it so close to each other? Because that's how it's being constructed. So 31,395. So 31,395, 31,380 are the two KCB down there. So if you are looking to buy back some position, this will be a good level to consider. 31,395 and 31,380. Okay, all clear on that. So I'm going to just draw it there and make sure you guys got it clearly over here. Now, of course, if the market really goes down because of whatever reason, then the scary moment is this, because the next KCB is going to be 31,219. Oh, sorry, 31,214. Sorry, my bad. So this is going to be like this if it really happen. Now, of course, day chart traders, be careful today. If the market ends this way, there is a probability that the market may what they call create a CCYR on the day chart. So those in 3D group, right, then you need to be standby for tomorrow's trading. Okay, all right, clear on that? Okay, all right, so that is the one you share with you for today's the Dow Jones. Okay. All right, so how about gold? Now, how many of you make money from shorting gold yesterday? Okay. How many of you have made money from shorting gold yesterday? If you have made money from shorting gold yesterday, please key profit. Please key profit. Right, please key profit. Right, into the group chat. If you have made money from gold yesterday, please key profit from gold or profit. Right, and I hope that you guys have really listened and made money from there itself. Okay, yesterday, I think many people made money from gold because they shorted the market. Now, of course, some people didn't short because they feel that, right, gold overall is an uptrend. Since that's the case, we don't need to do that. There's nothing wrong about that. You can actually, don't short and just wait for the long to come. But you just have to wait, okay? You cannot tell me that you want to make money from, from the long side when the market is coming down. It's very dangerous. I know some of us actually consider, some of them actually did try to buy from the bottom, and indeed it rebounded. All right, I believe M Trader also bought from the bottom, but very fast she made some profit. Then after that, it was SWL out. So the thing is this, as what I told you before, right? Just the same thing in the Dow Jones. Every pullback is a buy. Then for gold itself, right? Every recovery is a sell, because it's the trend of the market that is dictating the market right now. So this one, you must understand this, and this is very critical for trading, right? This is very, very critical. So let's see what happened in gold yesterday. I mentioned, I told you guys that, right, if gold basically goes back up to 1836 level, gold should be coming down again. All right, I tell you that I give a drawing like this. I said that gold may come down and it may go below 1800, and apparently it's happening. And I also reminded you that, right, if the RSI do close about 33 or lesser, then you may want to do some short covering. And also maybe if you want to take the risk to buy, it's nothing wrong. So we'll talk about this later on. This is a very, very important picture that I show you guys, and I'm happy that you guys have profited from the market. Okay. All right, so for gold news now everybody telling you that gold is going to go into perfect storm for selling. Okay, now some people say that, right, it's good for selling, but some say that it's good for buying. So again, different people, different view. So Bank of America are still calling for 2000, in fact, but headwinds are picking up. This guy, Yamana Peter Morand, all right, say that, right, the gold will go higher. Then the other side say that, right, because gold market breaks down, it's going to go down to the downside. So again, you see different view, different people, different view. So you don't need to bother end of the day. You just have to follow the market. I think that is really the most important thing, correct? So let's recap what happened yesterday, shall we? Now, yesterday on the day chart, it was very clear. The opening price was between the pivot 1 and pivot 2, right? The KSI was red in color. So you don't need to be a genius to know that, right? The market should be favoring the downside. So when the market opens and go above OP, we know that, right, if the market go to OP, if the market go to KTR +1 to +3, we can look out for potential sell signal. Do understand this, the market has to go up to KTR +1 first, then you sell, because you're looking to sell. I'm not saying that you cannot buy. You can buy. Above OP, you can still buy. Nothing wrong about that, as long as the 3 strategies allow you to buy. But if, let's say, you are biased on the sell side, then you wait for your turn. You wait for the market to go up, then you sell. That is the right strategy. You see, a lot of people got confused by this. All right, now if the market go below OP, can I sell? Of course you can sell, all right? If you're biased on the sell side below OP, and as long as it's linked with the 3 strategies, you can just sell. And I did tell you the pivot 2 is very important. The 1809 is a very important pivot 2, right? I told you guys, if the market goes below 1809, the market will sell lower, right? I did say that. And apparently the gold really go down. And you learned from me before, below OP, below pivot 2, is always a sell, 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 sell. It's always the same thing, all right? So that is what happened yesterday. Let's look at the intraday movement. Now, the intraday movement, as you can see, was beautiful, okay? It's beautiful. The opening price was here. So above OP, CCRY, if you choose to buy, nothing wrong. But if you remember this, I told you, right, once you hit the KTR +1, you have to take profit. You know, I already said that before, right? Once the market basically hit from buying above OP, once you go to KTR +1, do consider to take profit, because the day KSI is actually red in color. And if you have followed and remember and you take profit, you have sell almost at the day high of the day. And then after that, if you remember what I told you about, since the market is biased to the sell side because the day chart KSI is red in color, you go for the sell, you do a CCYR and you sell. You can see that the market swivel down and eventually broke down. Now, why did the market broke down? Can you see this BNB over here? Yes, indeed, the BNB was there with the color change. Now, this particular trade, you can't really sell because there's no triggering point. There's no triggering point. But after that, the market really collapsed down. Now, what is critical is this. When the market go to pivot 2, you realize that, right, the market really, once it broke below pivot 2, right, it collapsed. Now, for those who are You can see that. So once you go below pivot 2, the market just literally collapsed. That's why you shouldn't be buying below pivot 2. And there's no color change. It's only later on when the color change came in, CCRY came in. And if let's say you're going to buy above pivot 2, you can try to buy here. But if you realize this, the upside was only a few dollars. And once you go below the pivot again, it's a sell because now the OP is here, right? Below OP, below pivot 2, CCYR. And this is a sell signal. There's nothing else you can do. So you must sell. All right, you must sell. And of course, you notice this. I told you guys, KCX now is not really applicable because the bearishness in the market is there. But the blue bar will be very good to use. Now watch this blue bar again, everybody. Look at the blue bar. When did it come out, guys? Take a look. So if the blue bar come out, right, this is the way to tell you that the bearishness is in the market. You just take advantage of this and sell according to plan, and you will be able to profit accordingly. So look at all the blue bar. When the blue bar pop out, right, these are all the instrumental signal to tell you that the bearishness are actually all in the market. So it's pretty cool, right, guys? Okay, hope you really like that. Okay. Okay, so on. Okay, so this is all the very, very important thing that you must consider to do for yourself when it comes to trading. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, so that is the what happened for the. This is what happened to the gold market yesterday. Okay, so let's look at gold for today, shall we? Okay, this is gold price right now. This is the gold price right now. Let's take a look. Gold is still trading a little bit lower. Okay, MA 30 is going to be moved down to this point here. And this is the MA 200. So I'm going to give you the new set of numbers. The MA 30 today is 1831, 1831, 1831. That is the MA 30. The MA 200 has dropped a little bit to 1871, so we are still a bit far from there, so no concern. Now, do note the RSI now is at 35 as of now. Okay, the RSI is at 35 right now. So of course, I did say it has to close below 33 for the next day to use it. So we are still early to call for it, unless today gold come down again. Now, I believe that I told you guys gold will likely come down to purposely touch this point to trigger all the sell stops in the market. Okay, so maybe that will happen. And if the market really comes down and if the RSI close below 33 level, then usually just take note one thing before you jump in to buy tomorrow. Do note, usually the next day in the morning, the market will come off a bit more before it may recover. Okay, let me just remind you guys. Let me show it to you one more time. Okay, this is how it looks like, just to share this in advance, because in case you get it misunderstand me again. All right, can you take a look right now? Although every time hit the RSI 33, the next day, the next few days, the market will go up, right? But do note, I remind myself, I'm going to remind you one more time. Okay, I'm going to record it down. Right, do note, right, even though the RSI may hit 30, okay, hit 33 and below, the next few days, the market may be going up, maybe, but the market will go down a few more days, or they may trigger a lower low before it goes up. So my point I'm trying to explain to you is this. If let's say today, for some reason, if the RSI stays, because of the go lower example, and then that created the RSI to be 33, please don't jump in straight away tomorrow morning and buy, because it may go even lower first by 1 or 2 more days before there might be before it recovers. Okay, so this is something that you have to take note. Not to say that it will definitely recover. Do note once again, now the thing is, this is below MA 30, right? So all the time when this happened, the market was also below the MA 30. Realize that? Yeah, indeed. So just in case you're going to jump in tomorrow in the market to buy a lot, plus be careful. Okay, things can go lower. Now, although the last 2 times the RSI hit 33 and below, it rebounded, it doesn't mean that next time you have to stay at 33 and rebound. We're just doing a probability game itself here. So be very, very careful on this. Okay, so please take note before you jump in and do the wrong trade. Okay, got it? Okay, if you got it itself right, just give me a thumbs up so that we know that you guys are very clear what to do and you know that you can use this great opportunity to make money from the market. This is what it's supposed to be. Trading is not about, you know, the guru making money or the expert making money. It has to be everyone making money. That is how things really work. This is how a strategy will be effective when you come for a school to learn. All right. So I'm happy you guys like this. All right. If you like what I just shared, please give me all the thumbs up. All right. That'll be my best reward for this morning. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Okay. So let's look at today's goal, shall we? Okay, so this is a goal for today. Now, goal today opening price is between the two pivot once again, right? Most of the time, the goal will open between the two pivots. That is very, very normal. Okay, that's very, very normal. Okay, so don't need to be alarmed by that. Okay, so the opening price here itself. This is the opening price of the day. So as long as the opening price today comes with the KSI rate, right? Okay, so if the market stays above OP, it will try again, go to 1802 today, 1802. But if gold stays below OP, which most likely the fact it will happen, then it will go down to test 1778. Now, apparently 1778, you realize that it's very near to our KCB level, right? It's very near to our KCB level. So bring up the object list once again, you will notice that, right, the KCB level here is 1774, 1773, and 1769. So today, a law of attraction, if the market really pulls back below OP, if the market goes below, stay below OP, and there's some selling in gold, then based on pivot 2, law of attraction, very good chance that gold will be going down to 1778. Now, when it reached down there, it's all right. My personal thing is this, just buy back some position. I know that the KCB is 1774, okay? But, you know, my point is this, 1778, I think is a very good price for you to consider to buy back some position, okay? So if all are clear itself, right? Okay, everybody is clear. I want you to write this number down, 1778, into the group chat so that you guys know that this is a level for you to look to buy in the market. Okay, 1778 level. Okay, all right, that is what I want you guys to do. So y'all will remember this. So when the price go to 1778, right, you guys will know what to do. Okay, all right. Now I'm not, of course you may say, Kian, are you implying that, right, the gold price will crash down to 1778 later? Well, law of attraction of the pivot is possible with KSI, and the pivot is there. It is possible. All right, but of course at the bottom of the screen you realize that, right, the KCX is blinking at the bottom. So of course there is a possibility that, right, there will be some buying pretty soon. So that's why if you look at it, the whole strategy right now, I'm not half surprised to tell you that maybe gold today will close down. Then tomorrow is all right. It may go down a bit lower to trigger all the stop loss. And then after that is all right, then recover. It is all possible. All these sort of things are this higher probability permutation that may happen. So of course, that is what I'm trying to share all with you right now. Okay, got it? Okay, so that is what you can consider. And okay, so that is gold. Now, Bitcoin, yesterday we have another good day. Now, yesterday Bitcoin got only 2 trades allowed to do. So again, guys, this is what you do. Once you see the KCX happen, you look at the screen and you notice that it's red color. Don't panic, just wait for a while, because all you do is wait for the color to turn from red to yellow. Then that is whereby you look to buy. And when you have double tick, means you make more than $500. Okay, one tick is about $300. 2 ticks is $200. All right, and if you're going to be 3 ticks, right, if 3 ticks more than $800. So yesterday there was 2, but watch out for this, guys. Look at it. When the KCX blink, right, it doesn't mean that the market must buy instantly, because you see the KCX gave many signals. All right, take a look, guys. The KCX gave many signals yesterday, but the color never changed, so you had to wait. So until what? Until when the color changed from red to yellow, then you can buy. And you realize this when red to yellow, there's a KSI jump at the bottom. So this double buy confirmation. And after that, it's all right. You can see Bitcoin going up again. So it's very simple. All you need to do is just follow the rules of engagement and trade accordingly itself. So it's very simple, guys. Bitcoin is very simple because now Bitcoin is in the bullish position. You just have to follow the KCX. While gold right now is not in the bullish position, you follow the blue bar. Got the idea now? Simple. This is the yin and yang of the KCX signal. That's why I say that you don't need to really have the KCX removed. You just have to use it to your advantage. Take advantage of this. This is the power of the KCX. Okay, so that is how we are doing this. Okay, you like the KCX, right? Please key KCX right now to wrap it up for this session here itself. Okay, while I jump right now to show you the today's Bitcoin as usual. Bitcoin. Okay, this is a Bitcoin on the day chart. Now today, the Bitcoin, I told you yesterday that we found profit taking. It really happened. Now watch out for this for the Bitcoin today. Bitcoin today, it's still trading between the two pivots. So as long as above OP, most likely Bitcoin will be going up again. Now Bitcoin could be going up to 51,548. It is possible based on the pivot level. And I have my TSCB telling me that, right, there's a very critical circuit breaker point at 48,885, right? The same number that I've been telling you guys. So if the Bitcoin stays above 48,885, Bitcoin can have a chance to hit 51,548. It is possible. But the thing is the case SI has turned red for the last few days. So traders, be very careful, buy and take profit. That will be best way. At the moment now, you don't see any blue bars, right? So that means the bullishness is still in the market. So be a conflicting interest there. The boys are taking profit, the retailers are jumping in. So that's why the upside is limited right now. So if later, if due to any short covering or any sudden outburst, right? If the Bitcoin do hit 51,548, then you can consider to just take profit and get out from the market, okay? So of course, this is just only a forecast. We won't know whether it will happen or not. But if it really happened, then congratulations, you may be in for a good ride today. Okay, guys, got it, huh? So thanks for taking note of that. This is going to be very, very important. Okay, now to wrap it up for today is all right. Let's just finish it with our usual quotes of the day. Okay, all right. Right. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. And I think that this is very clear, guys. We can be down, we can have losses in the market, but if you don't give up, you have a chance and you can recover. I know over the last few months, some of us got hit by the Dow Jones, by the NASDAQ, by the market itself. But don't worry, as long as you're still with me, you're still around, let us make back the money. It is very possible, okay? Now, this is my strategy, in my opinion. I'm going to share this once again. Is that right? I believe that gold might be going down lower, but then after that, there could be a chance for you to buy gold. Similarly, if the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, S&P do drop a little bit, right, it is downside for another rally potentially. So when it pulls back down and the market again find a base, there could be a buying opportunity again. You can buy from bottom again and make money again. So this is how you do it. You just keep on doing the same thing, right? On the uptrend market, every pullback look for buy. In the downtrend market, every recovery look for sell. So as long as you don't quit, okay? If you quit once it become a habit, it'll be done deal. So never quit, okay? Never quit, all right? Don't even think about it. Remember, we are always behind you. We leave no one behind. All right. So that will be the end of today's session for our morning MAO. I wish you all the best once again, guys. I know you guys are definitely going to do very well in your trading. I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Bye-bye.